Hello, everyone, and welcome to another XTIVIA Snacktime Snippet. In this snippet, we take a closer look at what it really means to harden your database beyond basic compliance. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into the weeds of database security. We're looking at what it really takes to get beyond basic compliance checks and achieve, well, a truly hardened database.
That's right. We're basically dissecting an expert-level security audit framework today. The whole mission here is to see how these frameworks push companies past, that easy check-the-box approach.
Right, the kind of thing that satisfies the auditors, but maybe not actual security needs.
Exactly. It forces them to look at those hidden internal vulnerabilities that, frankly, most automated scans just fly right over.
Okay. And the material we reviewed lays this out as a critical kind of 1-2 punch approach to really mitigating risk.
Yeah, a foundation, and then, the deep inspection. Step one is setting that foundation, the standard. That's the CIS Benchmark Center for Internet Security.
Ah, yes, CIS. That's the industry baseline, the compliance check everyone sort of knows.
Pretty much. And you see level 1, sometimes level 2 benchmarks. Some are scripted, some require manual checks. It's the necessary starting point.
And big players adapt this, right? Like Oracle, they have their own version based on CIS.
That's right, Oracle DBSA, Database Security Assessment Tool. It's their implementation of the CIS framework. It standardizes that basic external compliance scan. Absolutely vital, but like I said, it's just the floor.
Okay, so that's step 1, the baseline. But here's where it gets really interesting for me. Step 2, this custom deep dive.
Yes. This uses proprietary scripts, custom-built stuff.
Which immediately makes people think, hold on, we've got tools. We run scans already. Why don't those standard tools catch these issues?
Well, it's because most standard tools, they operate at the OS level, maybe the network perimeter. They're looking at the outside boundaries,
Okay.
This deep dive, it goes inside. It looks at the structural level of the database itself.
Inside the database structure, what does that practically mean? What are they looking for?
It means digging into the system catalog tables, the metadata, checking the actual user and role definitions within the database engine. They're hunting for things like users with way too many privileges.
Ah, the principle of least privilege violations.
Exactly. And insecure configurations, data access loopholes that are just baked into the structure, things standard scans completely miss.
So finding those internal misconfigurations, this really tackles the stuff that causes major breaches from the inside out. You mentioned it covers, 4 key areas?
That's right. It's comprehensive. You're looking at installation and patching. Is it up to date and done right? Access control, that least privilege thing. Network configuration are encryption and firewalls properly set up for a database connection. And data protection is data encrypted at rest and in flight.
Okay, so you go through this whole 2-phase audit. What do you actually get at the end? The sources mentioned first, clarity, a simple pass-fail report.
Yeah, designed to be C-level friendly, not some massive jargon-filled technical document that nobody outside of IT can really parse.
Pass-fail, simple. But then the crucial part you mentioned.
The action plan, this is, I think, the real differentiator. It's not just, here are your problems, good luck.
Right.
It's a full remediation roadmap. It outlines the projects needed, even gives work estimates, like actual labor hours.
So it turns that security anxiety into something actionable, something you can budget for.
Precisely. It makes it tangible.
Okay, but let's be real. How reliable can those work estimates be, given that step 2 involves custom scripts and potentially unique findings?
That's a fair question. What's interesting, according to the sources, is because these scripts pinpoint very specific structural flaws, like, say, an incorrectly configured role. The fixes are often quite standard, almost templated.
Ah, I see. So even if the finding is deep, the fix might be repeatable.
Exactly, which apparently makes those estimates surprisingly accurate.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the benefits for someone listening. You get clarity, that simple pass-fail. You get proactive prevention, tackling both outside threats and those sneaky internal issues. And critically, you get that action plan.
Which avoids that paralysis you sometimes see after a security audit.
Absolutely. So here's a final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to chew on. We saw CIS benchmarks cover a huge range, right? Databases like SQL Server, MongoDB, cloud platforms, AWS, Azure Network Gear, even browsers.
Yeah, compliance is pretty standardized across the board now.
So if compliance is broadly handled by CIS, where do you think that internal proprietary deep dive scrutiny we talked about is the most critical? Where is it absolutely essential to prevent a disaster?
That's a good one. Is it maybe that insider threat potential, the stuff
Yeah.
inherent in database access itself, that makes this kind of deep structural review more critical there than anywhere else? Something to think about.
Thank you again so much for joining us today. Please come back in the future for more XTIVIA Snack Time Snippets.